Rain, hail or shine, we're here to visit one of my favourite clients at PROJOIN. Come with me, let's have a chat with Angie. Angie, can you tell us about your experience with DDS?
So I was having real trouble with my print arrangement at work, and when I reached out to you guys was because everything just broke down all the time and it was just really unreliable. We were using printers that we just bought off online and from Officeworks, and none of it really synced to our internet. We couldn't really get scanning happening, so we're just really frustrated. We reached out to DDS because we saw some online reviews when we were just looking for some printer options through a serviced company, and we came across your team. And essentially when I reached out, it was just super easy. Somebody called me back straight away, booked in a consultation. We were able to discuss our needs, and pretty much this is where we've ended up.
Great. I do remember this one because you had a fleet of very questionable devices, and you expressed how you were spending a lot of time, trying to get them up and working and stuff, and that's why you reached out to us and we were able to find a tailor-made solution. Now, I remember you didn't want to jump straight into a locked-in contract. Is that correct?
Yes. So essentially, I guess they scare us, locked-in contracts. So it was really good to know that you guys weren't actually offering that as the first option. When you heard how confused I was about what I was actually looking for, it was just really refreshing to hear that there was an option for us to be able to look at devices without having to lock into something.
So what we teach our sales reps at DDS is to understand what the customer actually needs instead of selling something or recommending something that they don't. Angie, can you walk me through what the setup experience was like for the device?
Yeah, absolutely. So essentially we were contacted by your team. We were sent through a brief on what we needed to do prior to the setup. So just a bunch of email addresses and things that we had to put into the system on the setup day, just making sure that we had access to the right internet, making sure that everything was readily available. We was then followed up with a call from the office just to let us know what date and time everybody was coming in to do that setup. And so everything got delivered and organized within the time frame that was specified. So essentially the team member that came to set up the device came out, gave us an onboarding session to start with, explained to us where the printer was going, talked all through all of that with us, and then sat down to show us the programming of the machine, where the paper goes, where we put the email addresses in, how we would do a scan, etc. And then he sat down with me personally to go through the back end of the system to make sure all of our internal email addresses were set up on the system so that we could easily scan straight to our computers. So that's essentially it.
And that's customer service, guys. So for Angie at PROJOIN, we've provided our casual print plan where it's one of our sharp refurbished devices that we've put out in the field to get an understanding of what her print requirements are. So we're going to sit down in a couple of months' time, discuss how she's used the printer, what functions she's utilized, and come back and recommend a long-term solution. What are you doing over there?
Time to slow this out.
So Angie, this has been a mutually beneficial relationship for both PROJOIN and DDS.
Yeah, absolutely, Seb. So it's been an awesome team to work together. So you guys obviously recommended us to your clients that you were installing a new printer to, and our team went out to provide some cabinetry services. So we are more than happy to recommend your team to absolutely any of our clients because it has been so easy for us to use. And I know that you guys have done the same for us. So thank you.